It is official as we have a major update on the Patrik Laine situation courtesy of Pierre Lebrun before the game, and even an insider trading as he revealed the plan from Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton moving forward with Laine as he has likely played his last game for Montreal. We got to dive into that. Plus, what is a heartbreaking loss for Montreal in a game against the New York Islanders, but the 1 point that Montreal managed to snag and the improvement for Noah Dobson, now just shy of his career high in goals, paints a very nice picture for the Montreal Canadiens going forward. But there are some concerns with some underlying analytics there. We got to break it all down coming up on this episode. But hey, this is the first game back. It's all right. We're back here after it's been too long. And if you're enjoying the videos every single day, just leave a like for us. We know how much you guys love Habs content. And look, we're going to get into Laine in a bit, all these official reports and what it means. But I think we got to start with the game here, Jesse. I mean, how you feeling after a game like that? It's hard not to be heartbroken. Getting a point is getting a point, but I thought, honestly, we were the better team tonight. We deserve that win. I think Islanders fans agree, and what I will say is we look like a fantastic hockey team at the moment.
That's really the main takeaway here. It was a tough loss all the same, Josh. We know that 2-goal leads are not safe in the NHL, and this game seemed destined to go to overtime. Yeah. Despite the Montreal Canadiens' best efforts, you felt when they were able to pull away in the third, okay, like finally that we would kind of get it from here. But again, the Islanders refused to kind of quit here in this game. And again, this was the last 5 games that have went to overtime, or at least a shootout between the Islanders and Canadiens, dating back to April 2024. We're talking about almost 2 years now of hockey where every single one has went to overtime. Quite remarkable stat here. And again, a big factor for this was, again, we know that Dobson played well, but Schaefer really matched him just every step of the way here going forward. Obviously, it was a great kind of display of some offense from the D-men here tonight. Unfortunate that we couldn't quite pull away here because, as you mentioned, seemed like we were playing that better game 5v5. We just took that 5-on-3 penalty. A little bit of Schaefer magic later, Josh, and the Isles are able to get those 2 points here tonight.
Yeah, you got to give Schaefer credit. If we can give Hutson all the credit, Dobson all the credit, it's fair enough. He can take it. They really stole this one from us. Yeah, that lack of discipline there on that high stick from Matheson, who I thought otherwise had a decent game, but it's just tough, right? It is a heartbreaker, but again, I just thought we were the better team. You take the moral victories, but I do want to dive into some of these things, like the deep pairings. It's the first game back. You can't really glean too much from this. Xhekaj, Carrier, pretty silent. Xhekaj didn't get a ton of ice time tonight, of course. Hutson, Dobson, once again, probably our best pairing tonight. Matheson, Guhle, though, the numbers are not there. And another one, I don't want to say concerning at all, because I thought Juraj Slafkovsky was going full Slavzilla mode tonight, Jesse, and I feel like you probably agree. The dude just exuded confidence. Every time he touched the puck, he was like, I'm going into the offensive zone myself. Did he have a couple of errant passes that maybe went to the Islanders? Sure. But this line continues to get caved 5v5, and I can't help but wonder if there's maybe some shakeup coming in terms of a trade. But what I will say is that even if they were not doing their best at 5-on-5 in this game, and yeah, we got that power play goal, each team had a goal called back, it was a mess of a game, the confidence is definitely there, and you can see even the legs on the guys who went to the Olympics. You could argue Suzuki and Slav looked the most confident of anyone out there.
It's really that next evolution for Juraj Slafkovsky, where we saw him kind of owning the puck a little bit more on those zone entries, which was just amazing to see. Getting on the score sheet as well with an assist on that late goal to Cole Caufield as well. Ivan Demidov getting into that. You have to feel like these guys are going to figure into this very much as the season goes on here. And again, very tough because you had to feel like we were destined. We should have got those 2 points here tonight. But again, you have to feel like if we're playing this way, we're going to be in a good position here. Often when we get that first goal, Josh, we're 21-7-3 when we're able to score first. This one was a little bit of an anomaly in the fact that it got away from us. But I'm just happy to see, that Cole Caufield, our other small guy, but again, that just plays so well with so much heart. Again, he's not wasting any time getting it going. And I'm loving to see Dobson as well, just using his shot a little bit more. Probably the greatest, the best slap shot here on the team and on the power play. That was the right decision to let it rip, So again, tough that we're letting it go away here, and we're going to want to use a little bit more of that maturity and not kind of allow them to get a couple quick ones on us. But all in all, you have to feel solid about how the team was playing tonight. There was some good looks. I felt like even the defensive coverage of guys communicating. So a lot of positives all the same here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And like, look, Dobson now just 1 goal shy of his career high. We got 24 games left to play, folks. I mean, this guy's going to shatter that 13 goal mark, I imagine. Knock on wood, at least. At the very least, Jesse, he already passed today with his 2 goals, his point total from last season. So, I mean, pretty good stuff there. But, we are going to move on quickly. Leave your thoughts on this game down below, because just a heartbreaker. I almost don't want to stay on this, but this next part isn't much lighter on the mind, on the soul, because there is a big update on Patrik Laine. And look, we've talked over the last while about, different rumors on him, the LA Kings, the Carolina Hurricanes, so many other teams. But before this game today, I mean, this comes from RDS.ca. A few people have given different thoughts about it. I'm just going to show you the quote. This is from RDS.ca, translated to English, but it's linked down below in French. Pierre LeBrun shared during his appearance on the Habs pregame show Thursday night before the game against the New York Islanders. Wasn't just him either. There was different people. I think François Gagnon, anyway, a few other people saying this. Habs management had given permission to Patrik Laine's agent, Andy Scott, to contact various teams across the league to find a new destination for his client. Basically saying, if the Habs can make a trade, they will. And look, Jesse, there was no shortage of scouts in the building tonight. This is courtesy of Stu Cowan on X. You could see there was 11, 12, I think there's 12 there, different scouts at this game from various different teams. Some teams like, I don't know, teams that could use some offense. You see Edmonton's always an interesting one. The Islanders, of course, Habs were playing the Islanders, whatever, but there's lots of teams there that could maybe use some offense, whether they're scouting Laine or not. But yeah, I am a little sad to see that this is kind of the culmination of it, Jesse. I mean, I have to come to terms with it. Patrik Laine is almost certainly gone right now, and you have to ask yourself, what is the next move for Kent Hughes now? Because opening up $8.7 million here at the deadline can open a whole lot of doors for some trades.
Yeah, it's a shame it couldn't work because obviously the size, the shot is there with Patrik Laine. There's so many tools really to like. Unfortunately, obviously, just not a spot in the lineup for him right now. Glad to see that the situation is very amicable.
Yeah.
And it's only right that it should be. And of course, the fact that they're involving Patrik Laine's agent to also solicit teams in terms of finding the right fit for him, I think obviously just increases the chance that this trade just happens. But of course, I love the aspect that the Habs are trying to find the right spot for him too. Like they want to put him in a spot where they feel like he's going to have success going forward here as well. So again, we know that it wasn't really meant to be here in Montreal. We're just hoping all the best here when obviously the writing's on the wall. It's looking like almost a foregone conclusion here as this Montreal Canadiens team is looking to be more competitive than we've seen it in quite a long time here.
Yeah, and look, if you can't crack the lineup, you're one of the best power play players in the league, and you can't crack this lineup, let alone Bolduc, who can't crack this lineup. And, there might be some changes after this game. Some guys I wasn't enamored with. I thought Texier was very quiet, but it's hard to be noisy when you're playing on the fourth line, I suppose. But, there's a few guys that were fairly quiet tonight, so I would imagine Marty's going to bring some guys in, take some guys out, but there have been reports saying we probably saw Laine's last game. He couldn't get in there tonight. We'll have to wait and see, but it is kind of the end of an era here, Jesse, but I got to think that trades are going to start picking up, so leave your thoughts on the game, on Laine, on all this down below, because that will do it. Look, we're going to be right back here tomorrow with all the latest news. Saturday night, another Habs game. It's great to be back. 1 point, by the way, Detroit did win today, but Tampa did lose, so Detroit jumped us by 1 point in the standings. Just thought I'd get that out there. Thank you for tuning in every single day. I'm Josh Gosse, my co-host Jesse Poirier. We'll catch you in the next one.